Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We are studying English grammar, which is meant for class 10th, and my topic is narration. And this is the third lecture regarding the same topic. In the previous two lectures, we have understood what narration is and what are the types of narration, what is direct speech and what is indirect speech, how do we change a sentence that's written in the direct speech, and how do we change it into indirect speech, and what are the changes that are required when we want to change a statement which is in the direct speech into indirect speech. So I said in the previous two lectures that we need to change the pronoun in the reported speech, number one. Number second, we also need to change the tense. And number third, there are certain few words or phrases that require a change. So step by step, we discussed in the lecture number second that how a pronoun changes. So I have already discussed what pronoun is: first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun. Then we had a brief discussion about first person pronoun. How does first person pronoun change? So I will just recapitulate the same once again. Change of pronoun in reported speech. So whatever change we want to make, whether change of pronoun or change of tense or change of any word or phrase, that's only done in the reported speech. For instance, we see this sentence: he says I am ill. This sentence: he says I am ill. So this has two parts. He says, this is reported verb. I am ill, this is reported speech. Reported speech means the exact words of the speaker, which are always enclosed in inverted commas. So first person pronoun in the reported speech. So I am ill is reported speech, and first person pronoun, that is this I. So first person pronoun in the reported speech means this I am ill changed according to subject of the reported verb. Subject of the reported verb. Reported verb is he says. So the subject there is he. So this first person pronoun, that is I, it will change according to subject of the reported verb, which is he. So I will change into he. So that's why while changing it into indirect speech, we write he says, and instead of comma, we use this conjunction that. He says that he is ill. So I am ill changed into he is ill. Why I changed into he? Because first person pronoun changed according to subject of the reported verb. Okay. So we have discussed it yesterday. There's another example. She says I am ill. So again, in the reported speech, we have used this I. I is the first person pronoun. Again, it will change according to subject, which is she. So I will change according to she. So she says that she is ill. Okay. So this is about first person pronoun. Now we will discuss how does second person pronoun in the reported speech change. So see this sentence: he says to me, you are fine. So in this part, reported speech, you are fine, second person pronoun is used. Second person. What's the rule? Second person pronoun in the reported speech changes according to object of the reported verb. This needs to be understood. Object. So if there is first person pronoun, it changes according to subject. But if there is second person pronoun, it changes according to object. So object are the reported verb. So in this sentence, he says to me, he is the subject, me is the object. But we need to change it according to object of the reported verb, which is me. So you will change according to me. That's why the indirect speech is he tells me that I am fine. So you change according to me. So I am fine. We cannot say me is fine because that is inappropriate. We have to understand, in the subjective case we write I, but in the objective case we write me. So that's why we say he tells me that I am fine. So you change according to object, which is me. That's why we wrote I am fine. So but there's another change. Says to change into tells. See here, he says to me. In indirect speech, we say he tells me. Why? Because you can see the note that's written underneath. Says to change into tells. Says to. Similarly, said to change into told. These are two things that need to be understood. Or say change into tell. So that's why says to change into tells. To is omitted. We cannot say he tells to me. No, he tells me that I'm fine. And in the second sentence, he says to her, you are fine. So we have again second person pronoun you. It changed according to object. And object is her. So he tells her, says to change into tells. He tells her that she is fine. So it also you change according to her. Her is the object. That's why we say she is fine. We cannot say her is fine because that's inappropriate again. So this is all about second person pronoun. Now we have third person pronoun. So if there is in the reported speech there is third person pronoun like he is fine, so he is third person pronoun. How do we change it? So the third rule is third person pronoun in the reported speech remains unchanged. So there is no change. So he says he is fine, it changed. He says that he is fine, so he is fine remains he is fine. So there is no change because third person pronoun does not change. So we have this second example. He says she is fine, so she is also a third person pronoun, so it remains unchanged. So he says that she is fine, so she is fine remains she is fine. There is no change. So these were the three rules. First, how does a first person pronoun change? It changes according to subject of the reported verb. Second person pronoun change according to object of the reported verb. Third person pronoun does not change, it remains unchanged. So this is very simple. Now there are some questions, there is exercise. You can, if you have understood it well, you can do it yourself. The question is change pronouns in these sentences. This is for you. You may please concentrate and try to solve these questions. I say I am right. See, any sort of change, whether change of pronoun or anything, that is done in the reported speech. So reported speech is I am right. Concentrate which pronoun is used. First person pronoun. So recapitulate the rule. In case of first person pronoun, it changes according to subject of the reported verb. Subject. That's also I. So I will change into I. So no change. I say that I am right. So there is the sentence will be as it is. Only instead of comma, we will use that. I say that I am right. Okay. Now there is B. He says I am right. He says I am right. So again, in this sentence we have I am right. So which pronoun is used? First person pronoun. This will change according to subject of the reported verb. Subject is he. Subject. So I will change into he in this place. So the sentence would be he says that he is right. He says that he is right. Then there is C part. She says I am right. So again we have this C part. She says I am right. I am right. So first person pronoun is used. I. So this will change according to subject. So the subject is she. Subject is she. So I will change into she. So it will be like this. She says that she is right. I will change it to she. She says that she is right. Okay. Now there is part number D. He says to me, you are right. You are right. So in this part, you is used. You is second person pronoun. So remember the rule. For second person pronoun, it always changes according to object of the reported verb. So he says to me, he is subject, me is object. So this will change according to object. Object is me. You will change according to me. So what it will be? It will be like this. He tells me, says to change into tells. He tells me that I am right. I am right. Okay. Then there is E part. You say to him, you are right. So again we have second person pronoun, you. This will change according to object, which is him. So the sentence would be like this: you tell him that he is right. You tell him that he is right. Okay. Then a part. She says to you, you are right. Again, second person pronoun is used. It will change according to object. It is you. So in both places, you is there. So there will be no change. She tells you that you are right. Okay. Now the last example, I say he is right. So in this sentence, in this reported speech, he is used. He is third person pronoun. So in case of third person pronoun, there is no change. So when there is no change, the sentence would be like this: I say that he is right. I say that he is right. So that is all about this first person, second person, and third person pronoun. So we will try to understand how does the tense change in reported speech. That will be done inshallah ta'ala in the coming lecture, lecture number 4. So thank you this time. Thank you very much.